It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as Divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Rolling to his right. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and Locke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football on the opening drive. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Five yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On 3rd down, Barton. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
2nd and 11 now.
Now Williams running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. They're going to look to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Muscles him off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Lock now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Block will try again on 2nd down. Flushed out right.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Harris. Bulldozes past him. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
51 yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. This is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
K.J. Hamler returning it. And able to get this out to the 25.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only two rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On third down, here's Harris. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Clock now to throw. Being chased out left. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
On the give, this is Harris.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. Hamler now to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he stopped immediately there. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Didn't quite get the touchdown, but now they're really knocking on the door.
And if you're the play caller, now you're thinking to yourself, what is your sequence? Because you're not just thinking one play here just in case. You're looking ahead as well. I wonder if he's just...
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge.
Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
2nd and 14.
Another try after the first down sack. Locke.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw it is Locke. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a 1st down. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll go with a keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Broncos are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's got room. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Here's Harris. And he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Drew Lock, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Hamler now to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 116 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Lock. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Now, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Here's Locke. Pass complete to QT, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Locke to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10. Now Locke. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Locke now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Snags it for the pick. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Out quickly to Judy. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.